going to find the equation of a line which passes through these 2 points. Now I know what you're thinking, we've done this a million times, you know how to do it. All you have to do is find the difference in y values, and divide that by the difference in x values, then tell us the slope, right? Change in y over change in x. You plug in the slope, then you pick one of the points, you plug it in for x and y, you solve for b, boom, you got the equation of a line. Well, I'm going to do it slightly differently. I'm going to use 2 equations. I'm going to use a system of equations, and I know you've done this before as well. So I'm going to use this xy point, plug it into one equation of a line. So I have 4 equals m, 3 is my x value, plus b, which I do not know. And instead of writing m times 3, I'm just going to write it as 3m plus b. I hope that's okay. Just looks funny the other way, and actually I'm going to erase this top one. So that's one equation. I'm going to use this point for my other equation. It's another xy value. So I have 1 equals, my x value is 2, so it's m times 2, but I'm going to write 2m, I just like writing the number first, plus b. So here's my system of equations. And again, you've done this before. I have 2 equations and 2 unknowns. And you know there are a variety of ways of solving this. I can subtract to get rid of one of the variables. I can solve one of them for one of the variables and plug it into the other one. That's actually the way I like to do it. So I'm going to take this top one, solve it for one of the variables. I'll solve it for b. So I'll subtract 3m from both sides. I have 4 minus 3m equals b. What do I do now? Well, I'm going to plug in this for b in my second equation. 1 equals 2m plus, instead of writing b, I'm going to write 4 minus 3m. Now I have one equation with only one variable. I can now solve for m. Subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 3 equals 2m minus 3m. Negative m. So 3 must equal m. M equals 3. Terrific. So I figured out what the slope is. I figured out what m is. It's 3. How do I find b? Well, I can plug in an xy point. X is 2. Y is 1. So let's see, that's 6. Subtract 6 from both sides. So b is negative 5. So the equation of the line that passes through these 2 points, the slope is 3, and the intercept is negative 5. So again, I just found the equation of a line which passes through 2 points. Instead of doing it by finding the slope and then plugging in a point and finding b, I did it using a system of equations. Plug this into one version of the line equation, to one line equation. Plug this into a second line equation, solve for one of the variables. Plug it into the second equation, solve for a variable. Plugged it back in the first guy, got b, boom, I'm done.
Okay, so tomorrow's daily quiz, we're going to give you 2 points and have you find the equation of the line using a system of equations, using this new strategy. And you'll see why we're doing this, perhaps, in our work with power functions. It's a little hint. All right, so here are your 2 points, negative 111, second point 25. Why don't you turn this video off, try it on your own, then come back and see how you did. And here we are back again. So let's see how you did. I'm sure you did great. So equation of the line, I'm going to be plugging in my values for x and for y. So first point, my y is 11. My m, I don't know. My x is negative 1, so I'm going to write negative 1m plus b. Okay? Substituting in my other point, my y is 5. My m, I don't know. My x is 2 plus b. System of equations, 2 variables, 2 equations. I can solve for m and for b. So let's rewrite write this equation right here. Let's solve for b, just since that seems reasonably easy to do. I'm going to subtract 2m from both sides. So I've rewritten this to be b equals 5 minus 2m. So now I have an expression for b, so I can plug that expression in for this b. Substitution. You guys remember this from algebra? All right, so let's bring this over here. So now I'm rewriting this top equation, 11 equals negative 1m plus, instead of the b, I'm going to insert that 5 minus 2m. Combine like terms, negative 1m, negative 2m, that's negative 3m. I can subtract 5 from both sides, divide by negative 3, and voila! I have my slope. Isn't that cool? So I have y equals negative 2x plus b. Well, now I can find b the old-fashioned way. Just pick one of your points, it matters not which one, substitute it in, and solve for b. Let's see, I'm going to pick this guy right here. So my x is going to be 2, and my y is 5. I was just in a green mood there. That's not really working that well. Negative 4, we added to both sides. So my y-intercept is 9. So, if my calculations are correct, the equation of this line is y equals slope of negative 2, y-intercept of 9. How'd you do? I'm sure you did great. So, come to class, next class, knowing how to do these. If you need to watch this again, do. Setting up two equations, a system of equations, and solving that system. We solved it using substitution. If you have another strategy you like to do, that's fine as well. See you tomorrow.